Hello, everyone. Economic Ninja here. The Dow Jones, the Nasdaq, and the S&P have all fallen over 1.5% today. It's a very ugly day, especially for the Russell 2000. But I want you to realize that wealthy people around the nation are preparing for an epic meltdown in the markets in 2025. And if you're not ready for it, I don't know what to tell you. Prepare for higher inflation in things that matter, food and energy. I don't care what the prices of crap at Walmart is doing when it comes to electronics and stuff, because people don't need those. But I just went and paid $11.97 for an 18 pack of eggs. This is absolute insanity. And that is actual hyperinflation happening right before your eyes, yet you haven't seen it fully hyperinflate in our nation yet. But I want you to understand one thing. What's one main ingredient in all prepackaged foods? Just throw it out there. Guess. You see, as the price of eggs go up, so do other things. This is absolute insanity. Now, I want to cover a couple of stories, and one of them's out of Zero Hedge, and I want people to think about how many people have been watching the dollar fall for the last couple of years, and they're shocked that most people don't understand it. They think it's merely either a narrative or just a sort of a fly-by-night transitory thing, like Jerome Powell told everyone, hey, inflation's transitory. I came out and said, no, it isn't. It's going to be here for quite some time. And I knew that the Fed wouldn't position themselves to get on top of inflation. And I know this is going to sound crazy, and type 1 if you agree with me. They actually want a crash to happen. They actually want inflation to happen. Type 1 if you agree with that. And the reason why I say that, type 2 if you go, no, the Federal Reserve has our best, intentions at heart. No, that's not true. You see, wealthy people know that if they take a little dip in their portfolio, but you take the same dip percentage basis, it crushes you. It doesn't crush them. They take what's left over and they go buy up all the assets, whether it be through their companies, their banks, or their personal private accounts or their private offices. All right. Their family offices. This is very important. People need to get ready for this. Warren Buffett, one of the richest people on earth, has positioned himself and his company to take advantage of this collapse. And it is happening right before our eyes. Sure, is the stock market melting up? Yes, it is. Excuse me. It is melting up because that's what happens during hyperinflation. Stock markets go up, but they never go up the same as food and energy. Now, if you would like to look at things that are crashing the dollar, like gold and silver, especially cryptocurrency, dollars are crashing compared to cryptocurrency. The cryptocurrency keeps going up, dollar keeps falling. If you guys want to learn about that, I'm going to put some sales link down below to the Bitcoin and XRP 101 Accelerator. I highly suggest you look at investing in alternative assets outside the dollar right now. This is not a joke. And if you want to do it safely, I think that course is on sale for $99. I guarantee you, when it comes to cryptocurrency learning curve, it is the best money you'll ever spend. So those links are down below. Also, so it says here, earlier this week, Donald Trump's victory in the 2024 presidential election, it wasn't earlier this week, but they're talking about the certification, right? The certification that came in a joint session of Congress, which I got to admit, that was a pretty funny thing to watch Kamala, K-pop, whatever, sit there and certify this thing, right? It says here, apparently the voice of American people resonated in Democrat lawmakers' ears because of Trump's electoral college landslide, his victory. They talk about all this stuff. This is where I want to get it down to. They're going to talk about, with the 2024 election now in the rear view, in the rear mirror, and Donald Trump set to take office on January 20th. A meltdown is still a threat to markets. Okay, so we're going to talk about a few things. First off, a market meltup. Number one, markets are at or near all-time highs based on every available metric, whether they're PE ratios, cap to GDP ratios, concentration risk, and many others, right? This is accompanied by indexing, investor complacency, and analyst euphoria. We saw this exact same scenario play out during the height of the dot-com boom, okay? And this is something that people need to be watching, because as everyone has euphoria, right around the corner is a slap in the face and a smackdown in prices. It says here, this quote comes, it's an interesting quote. We are now positioned for a historic crash. The specific cause does not matter. It could be war, natural disaster, a bank or hedge fund collapse, or another unexpected event. Okay. And I could honestly see, type 3 if you agree, you can see any of those coming: a war, a bank collapse, a natural disaster, right? Any kind of event. At this point, we're getting hit with all kinds of different things. Says here, what matters is the super fragility of the market when the trigger is pulled. This is why Warren Buffett has over $300 billion in cash and why central banks are buying gold. Prepare now. Don't be the last one to know. Okay. This is an incredible opportunity right now for those people that are preparing for harder times. A recession is coming. A US recession is coming. There are ample signs that the economy is headed for a recession, including higher unemployment, lower interest rates, flattening yield curves, negative swap spreads, collateral shortages in euro dollar markets, reduction in China's reserve positions, and declining oil prices. These are all incredible metrics, incredible signposts that everything is imploding right now, and why it is so darn important and vital to be not getting into more debt, to be pulling back, looking at inflation hedges, and preparing accordingly. Number 3, currency wars are back and trade wars are coming. Guys, I mean, for heaven's sakes, there are so many currency wars happening around the world. Here, let's just dive into this. The super strong dollar today, okay? What's the US dollar at right now? The index, so 105, 106? That strong dollar today makes it more difficult for countries to buy US goods, right? If they want to buy our goods, it costs more because their value, their currency, remember, it's like all these turds in a punch bowl just floating up top. And you're like, man, that smells. But now that one over there smells a little bit less. You know what? Let's just take the little ladle and dip into that one. Oh, the US dollar. Okay, well, all the other turds are going, crap, we want to buy stuff in the US dollar so dang expensive. How do you like that? Does that make sense? All right. It says here, tariffs make the global dollar shortage worse as foreign investors seek dollars to jump the tariff walls and invest directly in the US. Both the strong dollar and the coming US tariffs invite retaliation by trade partners who will put up their own tariff walls. I believe that China is going to be so strong when it comes to Donald Trump saying, we're going to tariff you. They go, all right, then we're going to do too is we're going to tariff you as well. And I don't think he's ready for that. See, China has grown so fast. Now look back on the last term of Donald Trump. You know, you're only as good as the intel you're given, right? And there's a lot of things where all of us were going, wait a minute, what? What are you doing? Operation what? Like, that doesn't make any sense. But everyone around him was, now we look back and go, yeah, a lot of those guys were lying to him, cheating him, not giving him good intel. A lot of them were, some of them were complete morons and just playing the spot, right? We know that now. Well, the thing is, we're still in the same situation. The U.S. has so much pride built up, and it's the wrong kind of pride. It's not the pride like, hey, we're helping people. Hey, we're a strong nation economically. Hey, we're doing good around the world. No, it's pride like, yeah, you want to be, yeah, we'll just shove the U.S. Army right up your tailpipe. That's the kind of pride we got. It's the wrong kind of pride, right? And so pride comes before a fall, and that's where we are right now. And you're only as good as the intel you're given. And right now, I still see a lot of Americans saying, I don't care what Russia and China are doing together. They're no threat to us. They can't beat us militarily. Well, maybe not on their own, but what happens when they're put together? And I don't care how many aircraft carriers they have. They don't have to fight a war on that level. You know, how strong are their currencies today? How strong are their currencies combined? And how much natural resources do they control? Not only in their own countries, but now with the BRICS alliance, what do you got? You see, that's the problem. And I think that right now, our White House, our incoming White House, still, they're going, we've got to hit them with a big stick. But the problem is, first part of that stick, the first part of that swing, it's a bluff. Hey, we're going to tariff the crap out of you if you don't come to the table and negotiate fairly. But if they turn around and go, nah, we got this. We have a problem in America because Americans have gotten so used to cheap crap from other countries. And I mean it because I honestly believe that American made could be the best made in the world. Guys, type 10 if you agree with that. Or just type American made if you agree with that. But the thing is it comes at a cost Donald Trump has already warned many people about that. They said, hey, when we do this, there's going to be some pain, because he knows about how dependent America is. We're a consuming nation. We consume. We're a bunch of consumers. We're not out there just blowing out the walls going, hey, you want to buy all our stuff? As a matter of fact, if you look at just Silicon Valley alone, we've shipped off all of our greatness to countries in the Middle East and in Asia for cheap labor. This is not good. It says here, Biden's not done yet. Don't underestimate what the Biden administration has been doing as they exit the White House. Like when Trump goes, I want our government to buy Bitcoin. He goes, yeah. Biden goes, we're going to sell Bitcoin. Everything is the total opposite. They're fighting tooth and nail and trying to set it up to where, and I don't know if you've been paying attention to what's going on in Ukraine. They're busy shredding and destroying files right now. Okay? Because that whole war is fought to defend the Democratic Party's servers. This is a very big deal, right? So the fact is that they, being the administration, Biden's administration, can still do a lot of damage before Inauguration Day. What are they up to? Biden and company are trying to Trump-proof the presidency by signing contracts. Remember the famous Inflation Reduction Act? Hey, do me a favor real quick. Type yes or no. Did the Inflation Reduction Act reduce inflation? Because that's what's in the title. So type yes or no. And the reason why I want you to say yes or no is because there are people that may stumble across this channel and go, what the heck is this dude talking about? And you have to realize the title is to confuse you so that they can put a bunch of crap down below and enslave you. That's what they want to do. Type yes, everyone, if you agree with that. Well, wait, no, don't do that, because then I'll screw up the whole poll for the first one. I'm sorry. It says here, so now there's a mad scramble to sign contracts. You actually can't spend the money that fast, but you can sign a contract with a 5-year life or a 3-year life saying that you'll spend it over 3 years. And the idea of signing that contract now is that when Trump becomes president, even though the money hasn't been spent, it has been appropriated and contractually bound. So now if Trump goes, whoa, hey, I don't want to hyperinflate the currency. I don't want to blow this money. I mean, the amount of money that the Biden administration, that White House has spent over the last few years is staggering. It is staggering. And most of it went to not helping you, not helping our veterans, not staying in this country. It went all other places, because that's how rich people hide money. Just, after they get out of politics, they got a bank account open somewhere else from some shell company. Just saying, this is what's really going on. It's probably why YouTube's trying to. So I put out a warning the other day about Inauguration Day, and literally starting the next live stream, they're clipping my live streams and shutting them down. I have to try 2 or 3 times to get them going again. So if you could do me a favor, there's a link down below. I only rarely ask this when it's getting messed with, to the free newsletter. I will never sell your information or anything like that. But what I will do is every day, you just get an email. It's actually a pretty awesome email, a synopsis of what's going on economically around the world and in our country, and then links to the videos I've done, just so you could see them. All right. If you could do that, that'd be awesome. So here's the bottom line. After Trump takes office, I think you're going to see an epic meltdown. I can't even explain this to my own wife. Honestly, I try. You're going to see problems, because the money changers are run by the left. And most people don't realize that. They are run by the left. Now, I get it. There's bad people on both sides. I get that. But the left is hell-bent to destroy your country while they build ivory towers, white castles, put border walls around those, and have armed guards protecting them. We're going back to serfdom. That's what the king had in his castle. He had a castle with a moat and all that stuff. And all the workers that created the crops to feed the king and his servants, and all of the wealth and all that stuff was all created outside the castle. This is where we are now. I thank everyone that has supported this channel. At a certain point, I'm screaming and yelling. It's exciting to make money in gold, silver, watch those prices go up. It's really exciting what's been going on in crypto, and I'm watching all of you guys make money. But at the same time, there are a lot of people that are going to get hurt by this, and they need to be warned. I hope we can warn more people, but I don't want to leave on a bummer note. But when you see my side on this side of the camera, and you see what's going on with the numbers when you do a warning video, and I know it's a good solid warning. It's disheartening. So thank you to everyone that signs up for the newsletter. Thank you to everyone that has purchased the Bitcoin 101 Accelerator. I know it's changed a lot of people's lives because now they've got the guts and the know-how, the knowledge to go and buy and secure cryptocurrency safely and not fall for all these scams that are out there. There's a lot of people want to steal your money, especially people down in the comment section. There are people that want to steal your money, and just so you know, these platforms, they won't do anything to take that away. I almost think they're splitting the money. I know it sounds crazy, but um, like the super chats, truth is, I had someone tell me, he said, we won't share your videos if you don't have that enabled. I said, I don't need the money. I'm a successful person. And they said, yeah, just, it's a business. They get 50% of it. That's why I enabled it. I don't need your super chats. I just enabled it. I don't beg for money. There's people in finance YouTube that actually have on the top line of the description, please donate to my channel. As they tell you and pretend they're international businessmen or stock traders and they're super successful and they're wearing like a tie and stuff. They're all fake. Gosh, it makes me sick. Someone on YouTube talking about economics or finance or money to actually have the cojones to beg for money. It's disgusting. I sell a product. I have a financial education company. If you'd like to learn more about how to make money, I have lots of courses and lots of sales links below. But I don't ask for anyone to give me money. It just makes me sick. And now that I have thoroughly pissed off those YouTubers because they watch every single video because I live in their dome rent free, it's time to go. The Economic Ninja is out.